One typo in a free text field can throw off your entire expense report. Today, I'm going to show you how to build drop-down lists in Excel that update themselves automatically, so a wrong entry becomes impossible.
Hello and welcome to Excel Fluency.
This is called a dependent drop-down list, sometimes called a cascading drop-down list. You pick a region, and the state list automatically shows only the states in that region. You pick a state, and the city list automatically shows only the cities in that state. No more free typing, no more typos, no more messy data that breaks your reports later. This works for expense forms, vendor forms, budget entry sheets, basically any spreadsheet where one choice should control the next. I've attached a ready-to-use practice file in the description, so open that up and follow along. Step 1 is simple but important. Your source lists need to be organized in a specific way. Here on the right side of my sheet, I have a region list: Northeast, South, Midwest, West. Next to that, each region has its own column of states. Northeast has New York and Massachusetts. South has Texas and Florida, and so on. Below that, I've done the same thing for cities. Each state gets its own column, listing only the cities that belong to it. The key idea here: every list that feeds a dropdown needs to sit in its own column, and that column needs to be named exactly after the value that will trigger it. That's what makes the automatic part work, and that's what we're setting up next. Step 2. Named ranges. This is the real engine behind dependent dropdowns. I'll select the two states under Northeast. Then, up in the name box, that's the little box to the left of the formula bar, I'll type Northeast and press Enter. That column of states now has a name. Whenever I type Northeast anywhere in a formula, Excel will know exactly which range I mean. I'll repeat this for every region: South, Midwest, West, and for every state, naming each city list after its state. New York becomes the name for its city column. Texas becomes the name for its column, and so on. Quick but important tip: Excel names cannot contain spaces. So if your value is New York, name the range New_York instead. Keep that in mind, because we'll need to handle that in our formula in a moment. Once you've named all your ranges, open the Name Manager. That's under the Formulas tab, and just glance through the list. This is a great way to confirm every range is spelled correctly, because a typo here is the single biggest reason dependent dropdowns stop working.
The first dropdown, the one that doesn't depend on anything else. I'll click on the region cell in my form, go to the Data tab, and choose Data Validation. Under Allow, I'll choose List. And for the source, I'll simply click into the box and select the 4 cells that contain my region list directly on the sheet. Equals $F$3 to $F$6. Notice I didn't create a named range for this one. It's a short standalone list, so selecting the cells directly is the fastest way. If you'd rather use a named range here too, that works exactly the same way as step 2. Just name the list, then type an equal sign followed by that name instead of selecting the cells. Click OK, and now this cell gives me a clean dropdown of all 4 regions. This part is the same technique most people already know, nothing new yet. The magic happens in the next step. This is the heart of the whole technique. I'll click on the state cell, open Data Validation again, choose List, and for the source, instead of typing a range name directly, I'm going to use a formula built around the INDIRECT function. Equals INDIRECT, open parenthesis, substitute, open parenthesis, $B$7, comma, a space for old text, comma, underscore for new text, close parenthesis twice. Let's break this down, because it looks intimidating, but it's simpler than it seems. INDIRECT takes text and turns it into an actual cell reference or range name. So if my region cell says Northeast, INDIRECT reads that text and says, go find the named range called Northeast and show me what's inside it. The substitute part is there to handle those spaces we talked about earlier. It looks at whatever is typed in the region cell and swaps any space for an underscore. Now when I choose a region, my state dropdown instantly filters to show only the states in that region. Watch what happens when I switch from Northeast to West. My state list changes immediately. No macros, no VBA, just one formula doing all the work. Now let's move on to the third drop-down level. This is where dependent drop-downs really prove how powerful they are. We can stack this same logic a third time. I'll click on the city cell, open data validation, choose list, and use the exact same formula pattern, except this time, it points to the state cell instead of the region cell. Equals indirect open parenthesis substitute open parenthesis $B$8, comma, a space for old text, comma, underscore for new text, close parenthesis twice. That's it. Now I have a fully cascading 3-level dropdown. Region controls state, state controls city. Each one filters the next automatically. You can genuinely repeat this pattern for as many levels as your data needs. Department to cost center to GL account, vendor category to vendor name, product line to product code. Once you understand this formula, you can apply it anywhere. Before we wrap up, 2 quick troubleshooting tips, because these 2 mistakes cause almost every dependent drop-down problem. If your region cell says South, but your named range is spelled Souths, the drop-down will simply show nothing. First, your named range and the actual text in your parent cell must match exactly, including spelling. Second, don't forget the substitute part of the formula if any of your values contain spaces, and Excel won't be able to find a named range that has an underscore instead of a space. Fix those 2 things, and this technique will run perfectly every single time. Let's recap. Organize your source data by column. Name each list to match the value that should trigger it, and use indirect with substitute to connect each dropdown to the one before it. That's the entire technique. Download the practice file linked below and try building this yourself. It's the fastest way to make it stick. If this helped you, subscribe to Excel Fluency for more practical Excel tutorials built for real work. Thanks for watching!